Asking the right question. May I have a seat? You know, Socrates once said, be as you wish to seem. So, right now I guess, I wish to seem like a guy who invites you for a beer and a nice conversation.
Well, I'm married, so you can stop trying on me.
I'm sure you are. As you can see, we already have something in common. No worries, I have no such intentions.
So what do you want then?
Well, since you still seem to not know me, I'd like to tell you a little story about my humble self. You wanna hear it?
Actually,
It all started at the bar over there. I was catching up with an old friend that I haven't seen for a while. We talked about the good old times, and you know...
Waiter, 2 more!
Maybe had a few drinks. I think you can imagine that I can't really recall how I got home that night. Doesn't matter anyway. I did get home. That's what's important, right? You know what the funny thing about alcohol is? You can have the time of your life being drunk, but it can also make you feel like shit, questioning all your life decisions when you're eventually sober again. That morning, however, I didn't feel like shit at all. It was that feeling of lightness, of being feathery. As if all my burdens have been taken from me. And it only remained pure satisfaction. I felt that typical morning disorientation. Was it time for breakfast or lunch? Maybe something in between? Brunch? And that was the moment where it hit me. That's why it's called brunch. It's when you can't decide whether to have breakfast or lunch. So you just go for both of them at the same time. Brunch! Don't you find that genius, Martha?
What? Wait, how do you know my name? I'm sure I haven't told you. Have you already met sometime?
Tell me. I decided not to check where my wife was at. You know, early risers always feel superior and judge those who stand up late. A garden, on the other hand, doesn't look at you. It prefers being looked at. And again, I felt that pure satisfaction.
Who are you?
Oh, hey dear. Haven't noticed you're outside. You know, I was just...
What are you doing in our garden?
You know, I just wanted to...
Mom, there's a man in our garden.
Ellie, what do you mean with a man? I'm your dad. What's going on?
Mom, come outside. He's talking to me.
Ellie! Can I help you, sir? Okay, wait. Let me get this straight. What you're saying is that I'm your wife?
Were.
Okay, well, so I was your wife, and I what? Magically forgot who you are? And all these years of marriage with my actual husband is just pure imagination.
What if it was? I mean, what if we live in a matrix and everything's an illusion? Elon Musk thinks that too. So you can't possibly be wrong.
Well, I don't know if it's beer talking, but however, go on with your little story.
I'm glad you asked. Then it got really fucked up.
Sir, you have no right to be on our property. Please leave right now.
Martha, you're going crazy?
Fuck off, I will call the cops.
So there I was, banished like a thief from my own home. I tried to find a reasonable explanation. Maybe I had done something bad. It wasn't very likely, but possible. In fact, everything's possible when you're drunk. But my friend John, he had to know more about what happened.
Yes? Can I help you?
John, what the hell happened last night?
What?
Today, when I woke up, my wife and daughter, they just...
I'm sorry. Who are you?
Seriously? You too? What's wrong with you people?
Alright, listen, I'm too freaking hungover to put up with this nonsense, huh? There's my neighbor, and he's a complete fucking dick. So I invite you to go over and disturb him all day long if you want.
But what happened that all doors were closing on me? I didn't know what to do next. Where was I supposed to sleep? To my family I couldn't return. Not for now, at least. Carl, he was the better friend anyway. We were best friends since primary school. He just had to recognize who I am. So I decided to make another attempt.
Who are you?
Who is it?
I don't know, he hasn't answered yet.
I mean, we are...
Look, I don't buy anything. I don't want to order anything. I don't sign any goddamn petition, and I certainly don't have money. Have a nice day.
I once more felt that sensation of being feathery and even kind of relieved. Although it felt different this time. I was lost, astray with nowhere to go, nowhere to belong. I lost the sameness with myself. Just like one loses his wallet, I lost my past, my history. I had nothing to identify myself with. They were right. Who the hell was I? It felt weird. Although I was obviously alive, it felt like I wasn't up to this point. There were no traces of me, no signs that proved my existence.
But you do exist, otherwise you couldn't sit here telling me the story.
Well, it's not that like I was invisible. I mean, I was there, just like I'm here right now. The problem rather was that I didn't have anything to define myself with. At least, not until someone called me.
Annie! Where have you been? I was already worried. Come in, dinner is ready.
Needless to say, I didn't really think about that for too long. Plus, I was pretty hungry. Ah, what the hell. Family is family. One can call himself lucky to have one. Sure, I didn't choose them, but who does? I knew that soon I would be accustomed to that new environment. I mean, maybe I had always been living there and just imagined the other life.
Everything okay?
Who knows if one's dreaming or living? Everything's in perfect order.
Stay, I'll get it. What the hell are you trying to do? Ouch! Or I call my husband.
What? You're going crazy? Let me in. I'm hungry.
This is not a soup kitchen. Fuck off! Could have helped me there.
I felt sorry for the man. I'm sure he's hungry. Or he confused our house with his.
I'm sure he has neither family nor home.
That's why I want to help him. Hey! I can imagine how you feel. Here's a good address. Go there. Then it gets cold.
You're way too nice.
I'd call it a precautionary donation. You never know. What happens to him today could happen to me tomorrow. I think you know who that guy was, right, Martha? Of course, I returned to my old house sometime later. Saw it as a happy family having a barbecue in the garden. That made me happy too.
Well, gotta hand it to you. Entertaining story. I would almost believe you if there wouldn't be that one flaw.
Which is?
I can't recall shooing a stranger off my garden who thought I'm his wife. I think I would remember that.
Would you?
You know, I have a good memory, plus I believe in what I see and experience. So you can tell Mr. Mask I live happy in the Matrix. Wait! You haven't told me your name.
You talking to me? Think there's a mix-up. I don't know who you are.